My name is Antonio Rodriguez, and I work as a Senior Generative AI Specialist Solutions Architect in AWS, part of the Amazon Bedrock team. Today I'm going to show you a demo about the new features of prompt management and flows in Amazon Bedrock. To get started, you can just go to the AWS console and you will see the options to use the features already, or you can also use it programmatically with the Amazon Bedrock SDK. If we go to the prompt management screen, here you can see your prompt library or prompt catalog. If you know the typical prompt lifecycle, you know that we normally start by designing a prompt or prompt template. We test it, we make sure that we iterate on it so that we can optimize it, and then we save versions of it in our library or catalog so that we can use it in our applications, share with other teams, and so on and so forth. Let's imagine that we want to create a prompt here for customer service. So I'm going to start by setting my name. I can put a description. This is my prompt for customer service use case. And then I can hit create. As you can see, we get to the screen of the prompt designer or prompt builder. Here we can basically write the content of our prompt. This can be as simple as a text, in example, what is a dog or whatever. But in this case, we are going to use a prompt template for our customer service. So we can say something like an example, summarize the following conversation in a single sentence, because we want to make sure that we summarize whatever our customer service line was dealing with. We can add some input variables, as you can see. In example, if I use the double curly braces, I can actually have test variables that are going to be inputs that I can dynamically set when I'm using this prompt template later on. We can select a model. In my case, I'm going to choose, in example, Claude 3 Haiku. I can choose some parameters like temperature, the maximum length of my responses, and I can set a system prompt and so on and so forth. And then I can test it very quickly by setting some variables here. In example, I can simulate a conversation where the customer says, hello, I want to switch my account type. And then an agent that says, sure, let me first validate your status in the system and help you. All right. So with this test value, we can actually run the inference and check it out. Here we see what is the response that we are getting in the test window. And then if we are happy with this, we can actually save our draft, or we can even create a version of this prompt so that we can later on go to production with it, and so on and so forth. So if we go back to our customer service line, we will have all the prompt versions that we have created so that we can iterate over it, and we can basically optimize our prompts for getting better and better results. We can also go back to our library in the prompt management screen, and we should be able to see all the prompts, including our customer service prompt that we just created. Prompts are available for being used, as I said, programmatically as well with the API, so that you can link it to flows, and you can link it in your applications and basically get any type of detail that you want from your prompt catalog for using in your own application and managing the whole flight cycle of the prompt directly from here.